Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is Miller from Miller's Race Engines. Today, I'm going to talk to you guys about engine blocks and sleeving. So the topic is to sleeve or not to sleeve? Question mark, right? In this particular engine that I'm building, this D16Y7, the goal was to make at least 500 horsepower. And I'm going to give you guys some details into what it looks inside. And if you look at this closely, the sleeve is a bit thick when compared to your average stock D16 sleeve. This motor that I have sitting on my table, I just disassembled it for a customer of mine. And I'll zoom on it a little bit closer. It's limited into how much boost you guys can run because the sleeves are so thin in comparison, okay? So the question is, why? Why do we sleeve engines? Well, there's a couple answers to that. The first answer for me in particular would be displacement. The cool thing about sleeving an engine is that you guys can run bigger displacement pistons, which yields an X amount percentage of horsepower. The second part in particular would be for these turbo builds, it's going to be able to handle a lot more boost. Because what happens is when you guys are shoving a bunch of boost into these cylinders, the stock cylinders in particular, they're prone to crack, okay? Now, I'm not going to leave out the guys out there that are probably wondering about block guards, okay? So let's talk about block guards here. The block guard, I have this example. This block guard will support the top of the cylinder, but if you guys look closely, either way, the sleeve is still, still thin from the factory. So you're still limited into how much power you can run and how much bore size you guys can run because it gets so thin, okay? I'll give you guys a weird glimpse of a drag motor right here. Okay, this is actually a closed deck aluminum rod motor. And then this motor right here is, here we go, factory stock sleeves, okay? So going back to what I want to share with you, this motor in particular that I'm putting together, it uses a 75 millimeter Trom piston with a skunk tube rod, okay? In the girdle area, this block has been machined for clearance, and the reason is because the big end of the rod, it's rather a bit thick, okay? And so we had to get the girdle right here machined for clearance. So the next part I'm gonna bring you guys into is the rod. This D16 rod that I have in the engine, I'm gonna give you guys this example. I actually have an extra set that's sitting here. This is a Alpha Skunk 2 D16 rod, and I've put it side by side with the stock rod. And if you guys look closely, you can see the differences. You can see, the thickness in between. As some of you D-Series folks out there know, these rods are prone to fail at, in the mid to high 200 horsepower range. This Skunk 2 rod also houses an ARP 2000 rod bolt that's a lot stronger than what comes on these factory rods right here, as you guys can see, okay? But as I walk you through this build, I want to give you guys just a little of an introduction into what I'm doing, and just to give you guys a little sneak peek. This is actually a Skunk 2 stage 4 cam. This is hopefully I can get the power to peak out a little bit higher with these cams. I'll be shifting this motor at just about maybe 8,500 or maybe 8,800 depending on where the power peaks out at. But I hope you guys enjoyed this introduction today. And if you guys have any questions, please please ask. I'll try my best to answer all of your questions out there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm excited to get this Wonder 90 build process going and then getting on the road and hopefully taking it to the track pretty soon. Please do me a favor, like this video, hit the subscribe button. It really motivates me into making more videos for you guys, and my plan in the future is to share with you a little bit more than just the D-Series, I'm going to share a little bit more with you guys on the B series and the K motors that I am currently doing for a couple of the teams out there. So meanwhile, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys soon.